Greetings. This is Jim Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. Welcome to my humble shop. Today's video is a project that has been ticking me off pretty regular, and it's going to be two pieces of it. This will be part one. Part one is consisting of me machining a toilet paper holder, basically some aluminum brackets to hold the toilet paper, and that's what you're going to be seeing today out of some aluminum I've had on the mill and stuff. Basically what the problem is the larger rolls of toilet paper that you get from the warehouse clubs was binding up in the toilet paper holder in our front bathroom. Generally a frustrating situation. So I got a machine shop, I'm retired, and I got plenty of time. So I kind of worked the design out in my head, and I started proceeding to machine it here in my own shop. So the one thing I'm going to say is I hope you come along for the ride and enjoy the video. So go grab your chair, or get your easy chair, or pull your chair upside the computer, wherever you sit back and relax and watch these videos. Get you something cold to drink and sit back and enjoy the show. I'll come back at the end of this video and speak to you about a couple of things. So let's get on with slinging some chips. Let's have a great one here. Hang out and watch out. I'm going to apologize for the lighting in our bathroom, but this is today's this is the project you're going to be seeing in this video. I was teased a while back about some of my things being made for the house. About someone said, well, next thing you'll be making is toilet paper holder. Well, quite literally, that's what we're going to do. If you'll notice, if you can see, I know it's dark here, that these are large toilet paper. We usually get them at the warehouse club, Sam's or whatnot. This large roll binds up here. So I've already got a design figured out, and we're going to make a new toilet paper holder. Again, I don't have a good way to get good lighting in here for you, so it's going to be a little dark. I apologize. I'm laying this out. Basically, I'm needing the pieces 2 inches by 3 1/4. Well, I don't know if you can see my marks on this or not. You might can. This is the length and that's the width of this piece. I'm marking this one here at the width I want. Make sure I measure these a 16th longer before Yep, I was about to goof up. Thanks for my sanity check. So I want them, I got to have them a certain length to fix the problem that we have. So I'm going to have to go back and redo this other one. And again, this may not be exact. That's what the 16th's for, to give me some room to work. So measure this and I'll measure the other. We'll be over the saw. I'm sorry, I kind of got out of frame, so I'm going to have to reshoot this. But basically what I'm doing is I marked this one here. I'll just mark with like a China marker, like, just to get me something I can see. I'm sawing, this is the big piece. This is the back plate mount, so. Again, my little Craftsman saw has come in a lots of handy since I've modified it. I know I do a lot more aluminum than I do steel, but it will cut steel. So I'm just checking on that. So just to show you how, this is about a 6-inch wide piece and 1/4 inch thick, 60-61. This will be the base of the toilet paper holder that I'm doing, so. And I'm going, now before I get flamed too much, yes, I could go buy a different one, but what's the fun in that? There's a lot of things in my home that I've just actually done this because I just enjoy making stuff. I'm going to give you some more sawing action. One of the things is I'm still learning how to use this saw, and I'm going to share a tip or two I've learned along the way. And one of them is you just can't be in a hurry. The harder you push on this thing, the worse it works. I mean, you almost just sort of have to feed it by hand and just kind of feel it and let it eat. So that's what you have to kind of do right there. That's real-time sawing. And we're going to start out truing this end up, see what we get. I touched in one spot, so we're going to see, because this is sawed, it's going to be crooked. This is the long piece, and again, this is all we're doing is truing up the place here. We're just trying to see what we got. Trying to take all the high spots out of it, get it true, then we'll check the overall length of it. What I'm doing is I hit that low spot, and we'll take it to another pass. This is one of them end mills that I cut off the other week, by the way. And so this is take a little light cut and see what happens. I'm going to cross this backwards and see if we can screw it up a little bit here. Alright, there's your one corner true. One thing I'm going to do here, excuse me just a second, I'll turn the feed back on. This is sort of thin. I could clamp it with something and stiffen it. What I'm going to do is just take like 5/1000 cuts till I get it true. That way if I don't take a real heavy cut, maybe it won't move around so much. So this is going to take a while. I already took one pass and got one high spot. So you can feel it shake a little bit. You know, without me finding something clamped to it, try to stiffen it. Up a little bit. I think I'll just try to take 5/1000 cuts to see if I can make that work for me. So it's going to take me a little while. Okay, second verse, same as the first. We flipped her over, and all we're doing now is just kind of going across it, see where we're at. There's always variations in all this. We've got these leveled up basically together, and sitting down there at the bottom, and all we're doing now is just running them across there and just getting a reference to work with. We'll get these trued up. We'll see how they work. Now this side actually had an edge to it where this other one didn't. It was all solid. So I've got to run across it and kind of cut air to see where I'm at. So that way I can kind of work myself down. And the real secret to any of this is not getting in a hurry. So it's hitting places. So it's just going to take a while. And I'll get these trued up. It won't take too long. It's like cutting these pieces partly to just have a consistent looking finish on them, and that way they'll be the same. So we're fly cutting them. Bit overkill for a toilet paper holder, isn't it? Yep. Probably what we'll do with this is we'll actually sand these a little bit because of the finishes are the material's a bit different, but we're getting there. They're coming out nice. Guys, I have been working on this thing and working on this thing, trying to take light cuts to get it cleaned up. And I finally, I think, got an answer. What I actually went out and done is got me another piece of material and laid it in there, shimmed it up with jacks in the center of the parallels. So it wouldn't be so thin in the middle to absorb some of that harmonics. Now if she cleans up for me, I'm good to go. So what I've got to do more or less is just kind of go over this plate and thin her out, get all the high spots so I can machine it down. Because I want a slick finish that's going to be viewed, so that's why I'm going through all this trouble. And what I'm doing is what I'm calling a sanity check, and make sure my number is just a smidgen over 5 inches. It's 5.5 inches to the center lines. So what I'm going to do here is just lay these blocks right here as a rough quick check, sort of line them up between each other on center. Make sure this is going to fit perfectly. And then we're going to scale this and see if they're a little over 5 inches or so. Yeah, that's going to be perfect, so that'll work. Let's try this again so you won't. Now I'm using my new wheel from Jim. You notice I'm not center drilling, but usually on these smaller diameters on a flat surface, if you tap the drill, you won't have too much walk. I'm going to get a tap. I'm going to tap it off camera. I don't usually like a 10. This is one of the rare times I'll do a 1032 power tap. Now those blocks will not be power tapped. I'll tell you that real fast because I may start them, but they'll be hand tapped. The main reason behind such things is that's going in a blind hole. This isn't. Jim, if you're watching my video, I'm loving your wheel. This is going to be the base plate. The studs to hold the toilet paper is mounted here, and these are the 4 screws that's going to attach it to the cabinet. Now I only finished it on one side, but this is going to be fastened up against wood. So now I've got this milled, so that's the base plate. And I've lined the plates up, and I'm going to turn this one on And I'm going to drill this down in here 1 inch. So I got plenty of room for my screws to work. And what I'm going to do with this is all going to be Loctited together. So there's no welding involved. It's all machining. And so we're getting to use Mr. Jim's wheel again. I've got my quill lit up. So, and again, I thank you there, Mr. Jim, for the allowing me to evaluate your quill wheel. And I can already tell you from the limited experience, I really like it. So you will be seeing more of it in my videos. And I encourage anyone, you know, to look into the wheels because they're really neat and they work really good. There's one hole. I said earlier, I do not like tapping blind holes, power tapping, especially with 1032s, the small stuff. And you might have seen in a video a while back where I made this tool up that one of my viewers and now a YouTube creator, Mr. Andrew Brown at Ragsdale Creek Workshop, he created one where he used a tap handle, and it inspired me to build this unit that you see me using. And it's just simple, and it uses tap adapters that I bought that I use in my tapping machine. So this is one of them times that this kind of stuff is invaluable, and I'm just going to tap this hole out. And see, when it comes to going in a blind hole with a 1032, I've had too many bad experiences. So I can, you know, if it starts to bind up, even though this is aluminum, if it does start to bind up, I can feel it of all this 1/4 inch rod that's around on this thing. So we got this thing drilled 1 inch deep. We're going to try to get down there to the bottom. But this is not that's part of the reason it's drilled 1 inch deep, so I can get plenty of threads down in it. So when I'm going to put this together, I ain't got any issues with alignments of any sorts. All right, there's one hole tap. We got to drill this one and another bracket. I'm going to give you a little a little bit of annular cutter action here. What I'm doing is I'm going to put a hole all the way through it, and that's part of my design because I'm going to make a complete plug that slides through it and put stops on the ends and things. That's why this is a multi-part video, by the way. And so what I've decided to do here, fairly much the plan of attack, is the reason I'm using an annular cutter is that way I don't have to finish the hole. If you drill it, the annular cutter makes a slick hole. Size of this is what I'm going to make. I already got a piece of Durlin and figured everything out that I'm going to do on the other end of it. So we're just about through it. I'm just not rushing. I'm just sort of taking my time. I'll see what I've run into. Hang loose a minute. I'm running out of travel, so. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. All right, there's one hole. Okay, this is going to be into part one. So now what we're going to do is in part two, we're going to take a piece of Durlin here and we're going to remachine this to fit inside of this. I don't know if I'm going to use this piece or another one. That's a little bit bigger than 3/4, and what we're going to do is we're going to make brass ends to go on it. So part two is going to be the roller, which is going to be more of the lathe work. But that's the toilet paper holder right there. Ready to roll. Thank you for sticking this video out with me, especially. There's a lot of milling in this one, and sometimes it can be a bit boring. I appreciate you coming by today and watching this video. So that's always, anybody who watches my videos, I appreciate it if I don't tell you often enough. Now, a little piece of copyright information. This is a copyrighted production of James Dedman Saw Logs Plastic Hubs for your entertainment and viewing pleasure here on YouTube. The other thing, there's a little button down there at the bottom if you're not already doing it. It's called subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you would become a subscriber to my channel. The channel's growing thanks to people like the ones who are my subscribers. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it doesn't cause you any heartburn. And if you are real busy one week, you can kind of bypass a video if you kind of have a busy week. So with all that being said, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I would appreciate it. The other thing is, comments are always welcome. Please feel free to comment and ask any questions. I try to get back to you. Stickers are available. Emails usually somewhere at the end of this video for you, those who want channel stickers. Now, I appreciate you one more time for coming by, and we will see you in the next video. And as I always say, thank you so much. That's better.